Hey, what's up? It's Jeff Lerner here. I actually wanted to shoot this video about learning to trust your gut. I just am flying home from speaking at an event, and I put together a slideshow for this event, and it had about 70 slides, and I was going to teach a room full of aspiring entrepreneurs about how the internet ecosystem works, how search engine algorithms work, how businesses get listed, businesses get found, and how you can manage your online reputation, your social media, and your listings through a software platform that I work with. And as I was walking to the stage, I had this feeling that was like, okay, this room, they don't want to hear any of that. They don't want to hear about a bunch of techie stuff. This is a room full of beautiful, inspired dreamers who are chasing a dream, who have a vision, who want to make an impact, and they want to build a business. And what they don't want is to be shown that in order to achieve their vision and achieve their dream, they have to dig into something that holds no interest for them and that doesn't feed or complement their passion at all. And it's interesting because as a speaker, you want to, typically the formula is to show people how to do something and then show them the value in having that thing done for them. And so, you know, normally your instinct is to say, okay, I'm gonna educate, I'm gonna sort of almost overwhelm with information about how to do this thing, and then I'm going to pull it back and say, but if you don't want to do it for yourself, here's a done-for-you solution, and people get excited and they buy the solution. But for some reason, the energy just told me I will lose them if I inundate them with information, even though the information supports the position that they don't want to do it. And I can't really explain why I felt that, but I just felt it, and I went with it. And when I did that, I did so with the concern that, okay, this is way off script. I'm here at the behest of another company. They paid money to get me here. They're paying money for me to be here, and I need to honor and do right by them. You know, on the one hand, it's easier to ask forgiveness than permission, but if I do this and it bombs, then the question is going to be, why didn't you just do the script? Why didn't you just teach the lesson and then try to sell the service? And if you know, at least if you do that and it doesn't work, they'll say, well, I guess we just need to tweak the approach. They won't say, oh, well, Jeff's a renegade and he just went off on his own and you know, he's unreliable or something. But my gut just told me this is what needed to happen. And so I did it, I went with it. I probably, out of a 60-minute conversation, I probably spent 45 minutes connecting, telling stories, talking about things that I've learned from having to deal with these unpleasantries or these technical aspects of business, things that I've learned from helping other people do it, but never actually getting into the mechanics of doing it. One of the things I actually said from stage, and I'll repeat it here on this video, is never mislabel shyness as humility and consider it an asset. Something like this moment right now, I'd love to take all these looks that I'm getting from people and use that as a reason to shut down and say, oh, I'm not going to do this video. But that becomes a pattern in your life. Shyness mislabeled as humility is not an asset. So anyway, so I went with my gut at risk of whatever. And in the end, it was exactly what was called for. The connection was great, the audience was great, the responsiveness was great, and ultimately the sales were great. We blew past, we had a target for sales for the 3-day event. We blew past our target in the first 10 minutes. My biggest problem for the event was actually having to go back to the company and figure out how to get permission to sell more because the demand was so high. And I'm daring to say that if I had gone with the script, it would have been a big fail. And my encouragement to you is, when you have your gut tell you something, tell you that a situation demands a certain response, one of the greatest skills of entrepreneurship, one of the greatest skills of persuasion and selling and connection, and kid yourself not, that if you're trying to be an entrepreneur, you're trying to be in business, you need to be in the business of sales and marketing. Without sales and marketing, there is no business. And one of the greatest skills in that arena is learning to trust your gut and read the moment. So I want to encourage you in that direction. With that, I'm going to wrap this up, and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.